Alright, so if you've been following along so far, then you've got this kind of situation in Kismet. Um, and you just created some custom actions and you successfully compiled them. And now we want to fire off those actions when a coin is picked up. So let's do that now. Let's right click on the Kismet canvas, new action, and you should have this tomato category here. And don't worry about configure a tomato bot. I'm a little bit further along than you are. You should have add points, collect coin, and set coins needed. So let's give the player some points when they touch a coin. And let's call this action right after destroy completes. The order here doesn't really matter, it just makes more sense visually that it's kind of like a sequence. And the number of points, let's create a new integer variable and let's make it 18. Let's give them 18 points. You'll remember that we created this this link in script. Great. Now let's add the other action, which is our collect coin action. This tests for winning conditions whenever one coin has been picked up. This tells our script that a coin was picked up, essentially. And so what's going to be the target of these actions? It's going to be the player controller, because the player controller is the only class that can actually respond to, that can handle these, that has handlers for these two actions. So let's right click, create new variable, player. And let's uncheck all players. And let's link target from here to the player and from here to the player. And how do we know that this player is going to be a tomato player controller? Well, our game info specifies that the player controller to be used with this level will be tomato player controller. So this is going to be a tomato player controller, and it'll be able to handle both of these actions. Great. Now our final action is the set number of coins needed. So let's add that action now. And we only have one coin, at least I only have one coin in the level so far, so I'm going to set the number of coins to 1 for now. Now when do we want to call this action? When the level starts, it should set the number of coins needed. It shouldn't happen any later because the player may collect something beforehand. So let's create a new event and select level loaded. This event is called when the level is loaded. And let's connect loaded and visible to the end of the set coins needed action. And the set coins needed action needs a target as well, and it's handled in the player controller, tomato player controller. So let's link that. It looks a bit messy. You can copy paste this variable and put it here. It'll be the same thing. There we go. Now let's test it out. Let's close out of Kismet and let's run the game. And I hope this works. There we go. Picked up my coin. Now let's close that. And how are we going to verify that it worked? Let's open our debug log. Whoops. Too far down. Now we see that match started and I collected a coin, and first I gave myself some points. Then I called the collect coin action. This is the script log. This is the output of the log command macro in UnrealScript. Checking for winning conditions. It tests for winning conditions every time one coin has been collected. Collected one. One is needed, and it's saying that we won. Great. Now, in the next section, I'm going to show you how to create a heads-up display to show all this information, so you won't have to check the log every time.